Patty Christensen here, hand CRPS lady, stuck in my RV because even though it's not raining, I'm seeing a lot of lightning and I walk with a walking stick. So yeah, I think I'm gonna hang out in here. Anyway, this little video is talking about last week I had my nuclear scan. It's pretty weird. It doesn't hurt as long as, you know, it's a very, very, very fine needle kind of IV type of a thing. And I'm able to tolerate getting it right here. And so, you know, my compared to last year, I can tolerate that no problem. And they pump you full of nuclear, yeah. And you wait a second, and then you got to put your hands inside this thing that it's taking pictures, and what it's doing is it's tracking how the nuclear material is flowing. And so it's the initial push, soft tissue, and then you come back in 3 hours, and that's bone. And you can just see how it's all going. My husband came with, mainly because he thinks it's cool. It was really, last year he came with me because I needed a lot of support. Frankly, I need a lot of help with everything. And this time he came just because he thinks it's cool. I literally set off a Geiger counter. I'm not allowed to go like air travel for a little while because I'll set off all the alarms. And so that's pretty wild. It's not painful except, you know, you have to stay really still. And first you got your arms kind of in the pizza oven. And then they take and they have you lay down and they kind of push you through the pizza oven, which, by the way, I'm very claustrophobic, and that thing was so close to my nose that you could feel it. It wasn't touching, but if I, you know, moved at all, I'd have hit it with my nose, so that was quite scary. But the hard part for me is they want you to have your hands up above, like this. Well, I've had frozen shoulder in my right shoulder so many times that holding it straight, and she's like, straighten it straight, and I'm like, lady, I just can't. So we did as much as we could like that till I was whimpering and saying, I can't do anymore. And then she had me put it down, have my hands down by my side, but there's nowhere to sit your arms, right? So the natural inclination is to put them on your body, but that's not allowed. So she had this strap that basically kind of, you know, went around and, you know, and then it would not let my arms fall down. It kind of looked like swaddling a baby almost, to keep your arms from falling down because there's no sides. I mean, half your butt's not even on this thing. It's very, very, very narrow. And she did that. And luckily they started with the head and face first because that was kind of panic inducing. And I would just count very slowly, 1001, like that, to kind of trick my brain. And to where it was 3 minutes passing instead of 1, and then my head could pop out. And then they're doing the rest of the body. Well, that, I don't, you know, as long as my head's not enclosed, I seem to handle things okay. It went quite well. Told husband to take little videos and pictures. And so what I'll be doing is attaching those to the end of this video, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. The nuclear stuff does not hurt as far as the pain goes, and I can't imagine it's good for you. The other thing is, if when you're looking at them, it looks like I'm wearing a bikini bottom, that's actually my kidneys and bladder, because my body's trying to get all that nuke out. So it's actually going into the kidneys and bladder to be peed out. So if you see a lot of glowing right there, no, I don't have some weird kind of cancer or anything. That's it gathering to get pushed out. She said it had a half-life of only 6 hours. Sorry if you hear noise in the background. It is thundering like no tomorrow. I am not going outside. Just not going to do it. Which this is the time when it said it's not going to rain. And it's what I'll call a light rain, which I would be comfortable walking in if there was not thunder and lightning. So I'll have to figure out something to get my steps in inside. Okay, thanks.